Hey, we got off to a good start. 3-1 on Thanksgiving. Now 8 more plays, including the possibility of a half dozen player props in the Bills-Eagles game. Steph Curry doesn't stop shooting. We got to get out of a hole. Let's do it this week. Roll tape. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Buffalo Plus YouTube channel. Another edition of Uncle Dan's Best Bets, proudly once again brought to you by Incognito Menswear. They are the best. I've been bragging about the suits and their fine clothing. If you're trying to spice it up for a wedding, pick up your wardrobe. They also got the casual fit too. They got vests, they got flannels, they got shackets, they got it all. Make sure to check them out. Incognito Menswear, located in Penfield. Make an appointment. I worked with Alex, great guy. I appreciate them as they continue to be sponsors of this show. Also, as we move forward, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the Buffalo Plus YouTube channel. We appreciate it. As always, gained like 500 subscribers last week. Really appreciate it again. Last week, That's kind of how this year's gone. Just so close and having coming up with wins. 3-5 last week. We are now 44, 51, and 1 on the season. Not good enough. But again, Steph Curry doesn't stop shooting. We will continue to shoot. And we got off to a good start on Thanksgiving. If you followed me on Twitter, make sure to do it at Dan Fates. 3-1 on Thanksgiving. We bet the Lions Packers game, hit Jahmyr Gibbs' longest run over, Amon-Ra St. Brown over receiving yards. That's become a go-to play for us, and Sam Laporta over receiving yards. So again, continuing to move forward, we're getting closer. We're already on a 3-1 start. We need a winning week this week. So I've got 8 more plays that I like. And then as I'm recording this on Thanksgiving night on Thursday, still trying to figure out some of the player props that I would like for the Bills-Eagles game. So again, stay with me till the end. I'm still trying to figure out what my best play is for the week. Maybe I'll tweet that out later, and we'll move forward again as we get forward to this. But again, 8 picks, and we will start on the Black Friday game, Dolphins-Jets. I love the under in this one. It is at 40.5, and it's for all of the signs are pointing to take this under. 13 of the last 15 Jets games have gone under a total of 40. There's also wind expected to be at MetLife. We know how well that wind has affected the unders this year. Also, Miami's offense, we swung and missed on them last week. They're not as hot as maybe we originally thought. They've scored less than 20 points or less in 3 out of their last 4. On the flip side, though, their defense has been great. They've only allowed 34 points in their last 3 games. Obviously, a big boost getting back Jalen Ramsey has been a huge thing for that defense. So I like the defense in this one. I also think the Jets defense gets a boost with Tim Boyle coming in. Sometimes these defenses are just sick and tired of trying to carry offenses. Not having Zach Wilson, putting in Tim Boyle, I don't think he has that much success, but I think it picks up the Jets defense. So I like the under in that game. The stinky line of the week. Give me the Steelers -2 at the Joe Burrow-less Bengals. Okay, this line makes no sense. The Steelers offense looks like absolute shit. They lost last week to the Cleveland Browns with DTR at quarterback. A horrendous game. It was an absolute rock fight. And now they're favored by 2 going into Cincinnati. They're begging you to take the Bengals. That's what they're telling you to do. But Matt Canada, we have seen what it did firing the offensive coordinator in Buffalo. I think you get the same kind of boost in Pittsburgh. Things can't get worse for the Steelers offense. They look completely lost. And I'm not saying that whoever the new offensive coordinator is, because I'm not going to sit here and try and pretend like I know him, but it's just a vibe check. It's the fact that somebody's leaving the building, I think, tightens everything up. I like the fact that this defense can kind of pick on Jake Browning. I don't think the Bengals kind of understand their season may be over. Steelers still think they have some life, and I think that that's why they made the move with firing their offensive coordinator. So again, makes no sense. Give me the Steelers -2 as a road favorite. I think it's a rare shock to the system that they fired a coordinator or a coach in the middle of the season. I like that to be the boost that the Steelers needed, much like it gave the Bills last week. So I will take the Steelers -2. I also love the Colts and Bucks over 44.5. Look, this is just because weird shit seems to happen at Lucas Oil Stadium. How about this for you? 4 out of their 5 games, the total at Lucas Oil Stadium this season, 65, 77, 51, and 52 points scored. Things just get weird there for whatever reason. And I like things to get weird there again. Colts coming off the bye. They were in Germany. They played that ugly game against the Patriots and got the win. I think the Bucks, they are banged up on their defense. They're just coming off playing the 49ers, wear and tear from playing a physical team like that. I like the over in this one, 44.5. A lot of money is on this over. This is the public play as well as the sharp play. Everybody is on this over. Yeah, I also like the Broncos -1.5 at home against the Browns. I just don't believe the Browns. I'm just not a believer in the Browns. I'm just not. Okay. Dorian Thompson-Robinson gets the win for the Browns last week. I still just don't think they're any good. So going into that, I don't also believe in the Browns defense. And I know that may sound weird to some people, but here's why. They gave up 31 points. Here's their last 5 games. They beat Pittsburgh and they shut out Arizona. Arizona didn't have Kyler Murray. I don't know. It was Clayton Tune started that game. They've looked really good against really bad offenses. Okay. And this is a team where I'm not saying the Broncos have a great offense, but I think they're starting to feel competent, and Russ is starting to play like Russ. The Browns defense gave up 31 points to Baltimore. They gave up 24 points to Seattle, and they gave up 38 points to Indianapolis. I'm just not sold. I think they're a good defense. Don't get me wrong. I'm just not sure they're a great defense like everybody's talking them up to be. So I like the Broncos for whatever reason, being a small home favorite. I think that the boost that DTR gave them kind of fizzles out this week. Broncos, the hottest team, they stay hot at home. Well coached, playing well on both sides of the ball. This line doesn't make a ton of sense with me. Maybe this is the square play, but I'll take it because I think a lot of the public is going to ride the Broncos wave. I will take the Broncos ride the Browns wave. I will take the Broncos -1.5. Next play, 5th play of the week, or actually it's the 9th play because I had 4 in Thanksgiving. Shooters shoot. Remember that. Shooters shoot. Rams -2 at Arizona. Look, I know that Arizona is playing better with Kyler Murray, but Sean McVay dominates Arizona 8-0 against the spread in his last 8 games against the Cardinals. This is one of those spots. Don't think, just throw. And for that, yeah, I'll make it my best bet. That'll be my best bet 2-unit play of the week as it stands right now. Arizona. I'm not buying it. I think the Rams still a better team, still fighting for a playoff spot. Okay. Chiefs, Raiders under 42.5. Antonio Pierce, since he's taken over, the Raiders defense has balled out. They're 2nd in EPA. They're 3rd in success rate. And I just think they're a fighting team. Chiefs offense has a ton of issues, a ton of drops, as we know, but I love both of these defenses, especially the way they are playing right now. Combine that, these two teams, phenomenal unders, okay? The unders in Chiefs and Raiders games combined this year, 17-4 in the 21 games these two teams have combined for this year. So I like the under. That kind of seems like a no-brainer. And finally, my last game of the week, and again, we'll get to the Bills plays. Ravens first half, -2.5. I think you can get it at right now. They're at the Chargers. I think the Chargers are a dead team. You saw that last week. You've got Brandon Staley arguing with the media about that he's not going to give up the play calling duties. They stink. They're not a team that is underachieving. They just stink. They're just not a good football team, top to bottom. They seem like a mess. Ravens extra time. They have been 5-0 against the spread on road games this season. I will take the Ravens -2.5 in the first half. I will also take the Ravens full game -3.5, 3.5, 4, wherever you want to get. I love the Ravens. I just think that the Ravens are a team that is fighting to get a number 1 seed, while the Chargers understand that their coach is on the way out of being fired and are a dead team walking. We saw that kind of like almost like a Steelers team that just doesn't understand where they're going. There seems to be a problem. The fish stinks from the head down, and that is Brandon Staley. He will be fired. When that is, I'm not sure, but I will just not bet on any of those teams. Okay, so those are the plays. Trying to make it quick here this week. Hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. In regards to this Bills-Eagles game, On the Buffalo Plus show that we did, I had the Eagles winning 31-30. I think this game is a very high scoring game. I'm actually liking both offenses. I'm not so sure about both defenses. I have written down right now 5 player props between Josh Allen's rushing yards, AJ Brown, Stephon Diggs, some of these things. I'm still trying to figure it out, so bear with me. I wanted to get this play out because Friday seems kind of a crazy day, and then Mike and I are traveling to Philly on Saturday, so I won't be able to get it up then. Be sure to follow along on my Twitter because that's where I will update these plays before Sunday, what they will officially be, just like how I did on Thanksgiving. So stay tuned there. But trying to figure out to make sense of this Eagles defense, what they showed, because 2 out of their last 3 games, they got torched by the Commanders offense. They got torched by the Cowboys offense. Those are pretty good offenses. I don't think the Chiefs are actually a really good offense. So I'm trying to balance out, like, can Stephon Diggs and Khalil Shakir and Dalton Kincaid have success against the secondary? And then trying to figure out where the health is of this Bills secondary, because A.J. Brown, I think, could have a massive day. So trying to balance all that out. So again, stay with me on Twitter. I will update those player props over there. But again, 8 more plays with player props in that Bills game still to come. So thanks again for following along. This will do it for another edition of Uncle Dan's Best Bets. Like, comment, subscribe. Hey guys, I appreciate the feedback. Hasn't been great this season, but again, Steph Curry doesn't stop shooting. We will get out of this hole. It just may be having to take a lot of shots to get there. I think last year we bet almost 200 games, 200 plays. I'm not afraid to do it again. I'm not just going to stop and start taking 2 or 3 games a week. We're going to keep firing. We're going to keep making bets. We will get out of this hole. So again, already 3-1 on the week with 8 plays plus the Bills player props. Like, comment in with what your picks are. I appreciate it as always. The fellow, not just my friends, but people that have followed along through this channel and through these picks. I really appreciate it as always. Again, appreciate Incognito for sponsoring along. Like, comment, subscribe. Best of luck this weekend on your picks. We will catch you next time here on the Buffalo Plus YouTube channel and Uncle Dan's Best Bets, brought to you by Incognito.